Trustees, Pamo University of Medical Sciences, Sir Peter Odili Jr., KSJI. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Odili family has continued to demonstrate that excellence has no boundaries. Very recently, the Ada of the family distinguished herself in the competitive world of academia to rightly earn her place among the league of elite scholars in the field of internal medicine. Please join me as I welcome Professor Adeze Chidinma Ore. You're welcome. The Registrar, Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, Professor Fatima Kiari, represented by the Deputy Registrar, Dr. Nemeka Wakama. The Coordinator of Clinical Sciences, Pamo University Teaching Hospital, Dr. Bernard Ubon. Heads of department, heads of units and directors, royal fathers here present, my lords spiritual and temporal, members of the fourth estate of the realm, our distinguished guests, friends, and family members of our graduates, you are all welcome. I can assure you, please, that intermittently we'll continue to acknowledge the presence of our special guests and senior academics here present. Okay, apologies, sir. The Chief Medical Director, Rivers State University Teaching Hospital, Professor Chizindu Aliko. The NMA Chairman, Rivers State, Professor A.U. Oparaodu. An elder statesman, former Minister of Transport, Dr. Abiye Sekibo. You're welcome, sir. I have been given another long list, Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir. Please, with your permission, may I acknowledge the presence of Professor Nestor Inimba, Head, Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology. Professor Uriah Etao is the Head, Department of Surgery. Dr. Elizabeth Mata Okorie, Acting Head, Department of Pediatrics and Child Health. Dr. Nkemsenachi Onodingene, Acting Head, Department of Hematology and Blood Transfusion. Dr. West Manda, Acting Head, Department of Internal Medicine. Dr. Chidinma Opara, Acting Head, Department of Community Medicine. Professor C. Wakwe, Head, Department of Chemical Pathology. We also have Right Honorable Emi Akbana, former member, House of Representatives. You're welcome, sir. Thank you. I will now hand over to my co-host to continue with the rest of the proceedings.
Thank you very much, Dr. Amadi. I would like to respectfully welcome the Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor S.I. Jaja, to to deliver his welcome remarks. Vice Chancellor, sir.
The Pro-Chancellor, His Excellency Sir Dr. Peter Odili, CON, GSSRS, Honorable Justice Mary Odili, Justice of the Supreme Court retired, the Registrar, Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, Dr. Fatima Kiari, represented here by the Deputy Registrar, Dr. Wakama, members of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Adeze Odili Ore, Member Governing Council, the Chief Medical Director, Rivers State University Teaching Hospital, Dr. Chizendo Aliko, the Chief Executive Officer, Pamo Teaching Hospital, Mr. Peter Odili Jr., members of the University Senate, parents of inductees, our esteemed inductees, our lords, spiritual and temporal, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure and honor that I welcome you to this morning to this induction ceremony for the fourth set of our medical graduates. We thank immensely the Registrar of the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, Dr. Fatima Kiari, for approving this induction of our new graduates. We are also immensely grateful to the Deputy Registrar of the Nigerian Medical and Dental Council, Dr. Nemeka Wakama, for coming to represent the Registrar at this induction ceremony. We know how busy you are, sir, but because of your love for this institution, you made out time to be with us. We want to thank the council through you, sir, for the approval granted this university to increase medical student intake to 200 and also for our hospital, Pamo Teaching Hospital, to start training interns. Please accept our very sincere gratitude. Today, 71 medical graduates are being inducted into the medical profession. We at Pamo University of Medical Sciences are proud to inform everyone that these graduates have gone through the best training any medical graduate can receive. Your Excellency, sir, your legacy is investment in humanity. You have provided a very conducive environment for teaching and learning. Thank you, Your Excellency, for your pragmatic, goal-oriented, and focused leadership. Thank you again for giving these young ones a palpable future. We thank the Rivers State government that has provided scholarships to Rivers State indigents. We especially thank the Executive Governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Sir Sinalai Joseph Frower, GSS, RS, DSC, for continuing to approve these scholarships and giving hope and a future to brilliant young men and women who otherwise could not have been able to afford this quality of education. Thank you, Your Excellency. Our gratitude goes to the Chief Medical Director, Rivers State University Teaching Hospital, Professor Chizemde Aliko, for continuing to permit our students to share with his students the facilities at our suit. We say thank you to the Executive Secretary, Rivers State Primary Healthcare Management Board, for giving us access to Obio Cottage Hospital, Umobiakani, Oginiba, and Oyibo Primary Healthcare Center, Oyibo. To you, our very proud inductees, you are here today to make a pledge to uphold the ethics of your noble profession. This pledge will be binding on you all your life. It is not a pledge that you make frivolously. Read your pledge carefully. Indeed, you may at this moment decide to opt out of making the pledge should you feel that you cannot abide by it. I will pause for 15 seconds here for anybody who is not prepared for this pledge. The door is open to walk out. They are not making any move. Yeah? Nobody is making any move. To parents, I say congratulations. Your efforts and hopes are not in vain. We return your children whom you gave us to train. They have come out well-trained, disciplined professionals. I wish to thank all staff, teaching and non-teaching of Pamo University of Medical Sciences for your daily effort in training these young ones. I appreciate the university management and principal officers for your leadership by example and the day-to-day guardians of these students when they were students. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to the induction ceremony for the fourth set of medical graduates of Pamo University of Medical Sciences, Port Harcourt. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Prof. We'd like to welcome Dr. Cyril Chukwu, the Dean of Faculty of Clinical Sciences, for his address and the presentation of the graduates. Dean, sir.
Your Excellency, the Pro-Chancellor of Pamo University, Your Excellency, Justice Mary Odile, Commander of the Federal Republic, Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria, members of the Board of Trustees of Pamo University, members of the Governing Council of Pamo University, Vice Chancellor, Pamo University, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Pamo University, Acting Registrar, Pamo University, all other members of the management of Pamo University, our friends and Chief Medical Directors of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, my fellow faculty and non-academics, you on this occasion of our induction into the world. We thought we were going to do just induction, but it is double ceremony. Double ceremony because not only are we going to induct new doctors to serve humanity, doctors trained by Pamo University, we will also celebrate this examination I'm talking about was conducted, council. First, the council said, Pamo University, your license to continue to train doctors is renewed. The council also said, you can even increase the number of students you train to up to 200. Then, the icing on the cake, you can train up to 20 house officers. We cannot thank you enough, Mr. Deputy Registrar. We cannot thank you enough, and we appreciate you. Thank you very much, sir. So, we now go to our main issue of today. Please, can the 71 students we are going to induct today stand and remain standing? Your Excellency, the Deputy Registrar, Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, I present to you my students who have fulfilled all the requirements for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery of Pamo University, and are therefore worthy, both in character and learning, to be inducted into the noble profession of medicine. At this juncture, I want to hand over to the Deputy Registrar, Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, to start the induction ceremony. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
May the new inductees please sit for a moment. Your Excellency, my Lord, and arguably the power couple of modern day Nigeria, Mr. Vice Chancellor, the entirety of the leadership of the Pamo University of Medical Sciences and the Teaching Hospital, very esteemed guests in our midst, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen of the press. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you today wearing the shoes of the Registrar and Commander-in-Chief of the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, Professor Fatima Kiari, who has asked that I extend her warm felicitations to your good selves on this auspicious occasion. The relationship between the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria and this great citadel of learning dates back to about 8 or probably 9 years ago, I'm not sure exactly. And over the years, we have continued to be veritable partners, working very closely and passionately to produce a crop of doctors who are expected to hold sway anywhere in the world. I trust you to know that Nigeria sits among the Committee of Nations as the foremost medical regulatory authority in the entire sub-Saharan Africa. Indeed, in spite of our resource deficiencies and challenges of our nationhood, Nigeria is among the strongest voices when it comes to medical regulation in the world today. And it is for that reason that Nigerian doctors are respected anywhere in the world. So you find a situation where people qualify from other climes, some continents and some countries where their degrees might to going back to where they want to go to. That tells you how much earned today and the legislated in important seed was this place by no less a person than His Excellency. Little did we know that in less dictators would have graduated from this institution. 3 did we know also that within 3 years of graduating medical doctors and producing physicians for this country and humanity, that this ivory tower will stand tall as the private medical university in this country capacity today. And so today, dear inductees, you have become trailblazers, you have become stars, and you have opened doors and windows of opportunity for those who will come after you. And so we say, well done. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have a special word to your staff. They say to whom much is given, much is expected. The elders say so. I wasn't there when they coined it. This institution today occupies a pride of place when it comes to the medical sector in this country. When the dean was presented the graduates, I heard him mention that these persons you are presented to us have been trained both in character and in learning. Sometimes, because we get to hear this at convocation ceremonies. Sir, the onus lies on you today to prove to the world that persons that will be brought under your tutelage and under your care in this place are not only graduates with excellence academically, but that they will possess the relevant character traits that will make them dignified and useful to the society they will embrace as they step out of this place. These persons and those coming after them will be ambassadors of your institution. And so the teachers and the staff of this institution have a responsibility in molding the character of the people that will come out of this place. It's important to state that yes, it is okay for you to act a little bit juvenile sometimes, but not too much. But it's important that you know that everything you will do after today will be judged as to whether it is compatible with the expectations of a medical doctor or not. And so you go on the social media space and you can no longer do the things you ordinarily would have loved to do the way your colleagues and your friends elsewhere will have to do it. And so you must understand that your conduct henceforth will be assessed through a prism. And if for any reason you give us cause to doubt your capacity and your competence and the trust that we have put and placed on you to take care of our citizenry, if you give us cause to doubt the confidence we have reposed in you, we shall not hesitate at any point in time to take back the license that we will give you. So it's good to put it out there so you know that you don't hold it for life. You can actually hold it for life, but you are holding it in trust. If for any reason the nation has cause to doubt your capacity to hold on to that license, it will be taken back. I do not wish that your license will ever be taken back. For the senior colleagues here, you have a duty to continue molding those ones even after today, trying to shape their future for them, and making sure you also not conduct yourselves in manners that will ever bring you before the disciplinary organs of the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria. It's not an experience that any doctor ever wants to have. I do know there are quite a few doctors who, even when they left our tribunal scot-free, did not last 3 months. They lost their lives. It's a traumatic experience, and it is possible they had other morbidities, but I do know that it's such a grueling experience that people wouldn't want to pass through. I do not hope that the dean will allow that anybody in this environment will go through that avoidable hassle. That said, this day, the 31st, actually the last day of the 7th month of 2026, 71 future and potential doctors from HUMS will be taking a pledge. Today, you will not be swearing to the gods of Apollos and all the Greek gods that your forebearers swore to in their time, probably because of the circumstances of our present living. The ancient Hippocratic oath has been so watered down to allow for us to still breathe and live. Because when that oath was originally written, you were supposed to incur some wrath of the gods upon yourselves for things that today would have been considered flimsy. And so it's been modified to accommodate present-day lifestyle. But that does not take away the essence of the oath. Today, you will be taking an oath pledging to sacrifice your life for the welfare of humanity. Today, you will be taking an oath, surrendering all your personal wants and giving priority to the needs of those around you. Today, you will commit yourself to lifelong learning, which doesn't stop at PUMS. Today, you are going to subscribe to an oath that places on you a burden of gratitude to those who showed you the way. Today, the oath you're going to take will commit you to treat those that you will encounter in your clinics and your various spheres of work, not discriminating against gender, where they come from, or the political party they belong to. It's important that you also know that the society expects you to contribute to the well-being of the community wherever you are. As a doctor, you actually constitute in your person and you embody the hopes and aspirations of quite a number of people around you. As I say this, the idea is not to get you worked up. That face squarely the expectations of the future. For us at the Medical and Dental Council, we are committed to ensuring that we create an enabling environment for you to fly. And not even the sky can stop you from attaining great heights. Your parents have committed great resources to your education. Some of them have made sacrifices. Even for those of you that enjoyed PUM scholarship, as I'm meant to know, some sacrifices had been made for that to happen because somebody had lost something for you to get what enabled you pass through the school. It's important that you continue to live a life of service and gratitude because that's the only way you can pay back. You cannot actually repay all the investments they have made in you. But for parents, it's important that you know that the journey doesn't end today. You still grant them a few more months to get themselves together before you expect them to bring the return on investment. The leadership of this institution does not intend to have this ceremony last too long. It is a solemn exercise and it is a call for you to join the league of persons who have placed humanity over financial gain, persons who have placed service to God and humanity over personal interests. Yes, it is possible that some of you at some point might veer, but wherever you find yourselves, you will always of being a doctor, and people act like one. It's on that note that I therefore ask and crave your indulgence to please stand. And I want you, like Mr. Vice Chancellor did say, I want you to spend the next 1 minute reminiscing over the last 6 years you spent here. I want you to reflect over some of my words in the last 2 minutes that I've been talking. And ask yourself once again whether you really want to take this oath. You see, the sad thing about becoming a doctor is that you don't get to know all the realities. They keep unfolding That's why some people think it's like a secret cult, because it keeps unfolding. The mysteries of medicine keep unfolding by the day. So you write jam and you score so highly, you come to PIMS, do post UME, and you score so highly, they grant you admission. They tell you to just manage pass the science courses in the 100 level. And then they tell you that there is this big exam that you have to do after 18 months of 100 level of your third year. And then you struggle to pass the hurdles of anatomy, the masters of medical biochemistry, and those of physiology, and you think it's all over. And then you see the principalities of pathology, and then you still think it's all over. And the more you go, the more your teachers keep expounding more of the art and science of medicine to you. And then when you think it's all over on a day like this, you now hear people telling you that you're just about to start. Your learning continues. It doesn't end today. This is just a completion of the beginning of your learning. A doctor lives a life of learning. And so if you are in agreement with me that it is the proper thing to do to take this pledge, I will not ask that you lift your right hand and hold the document in your hand with the other hand, as I have the honor and privilege to administer the physician's oath. When I say I would love that you add your name in between, just your first name and your last name. I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit considerations of age, disease, or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity and in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give my teachers, colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the